shine with me. Beautiful together, we can be the light that we wanna see. Beautiful together, everybody shine, baby, shine with me. Oh, beautiful together, they lift each other up and we're feeling free.
Hello. Welcome to At Home with Olivia. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you. I am Terry Lynn Delk, Olivia's Entertainment and Production Manager. Please take a moment to hit that share button as today's artist is going to rock your world. She is a consummate multi-instrumentalist and singer-songwriter. She's also been nominated for 2 Grammys with longtime writing partner Marianne Kennedy, with whom she formed the acclaimed duo Kennedy Rose. Kennedy Rose has toured multiple times as a trio with Emmylou Harris, and as a solo artist, she has released 3 CDs and toured internationally. This artist performed for her first time on our Caribbean cruise in January, and she wowed us all. It is my privilege to introduce to you today, Pam Rose.
Hi, everybody. It's so good to be here, and thank you, Terry Lynn. As Terry Lynn said, I am a songwriter, first and foremost. And for those of you who don't know what that entails, it means that one of my day jobs is to start the day with a blank page, and with any luck, not end up the day with a blank page. And collaborative songwriting is my favorite thing because you get to hang out with your pals, and you get to eat lunch and have coffee and maybe a glass of wine at some point. It's just a great thing to do. And this next song is written with Terry Burns and Kathy Majeski, and we all have different versions of how it came about. But I recall that Terry was late, and she was talking somebody down because that poor woman was upset and having a meltdown. And she said, I'm 30 years old and I've got 3 kids, but I really want to go back to school. And so we had her in mind when we wrote this, and I'd like to send it out to anybody that has a dream or something they may not have done yet. Oh, it's Monday. One more Monday. Oh, I could tie some wings to my back and walk out that door. Or I could fall in that same old trap of being safe and sound and bored. Oh, I've been hanging out on this limb so long, and I'm so over it. Oh, I might fall flat on my face, but then again, what if I fly? Then will I feel the freedom on my skin? What if I close my eyes, trust the wind, and just lean in? I'll get there if I so tired of that myth about the guy on the horse coming to wake me from this dream. And there's no diet pill or hero pill that's gonna restore my self-esteem. And there's no fairy freaking godmother Cinderella pumpkin shoes gonna change my life somehow. There's just me and my best shot and Nike saying, just do it. do it now. If I fly, then will I feel the freedom on my skin? What if I close my eyes, trust the wind, and just lean in? I'll get there if I dare, if I fly. Oh, it's Monday. It's still Monday. And I'm sitting here drinking my cup of joe, reading my horoscope. And it says, the journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with one small step. And I'm like, hello. Oh, I've been sitting on my butt, waiting for exactly what? And I just got one life to live. Well, I could so what if myself till I'm blue in the face. So what if I'm afraid? So what if my heart breaks? So what if I fly? Then will I feel the freedom on my skin? What if I close my eyes, trust the wind, and just lean in? I'll get there if I dare, if I fly. You know, I've been thinking about stepping up my yoga. I've got time. And while I'm at it, I might learn to cook a little better. Because I may not die of COVID, but I could die of eating my own cooking if this continues to go on. And you know, I might even learn to play the harmonica. Or go back to school. Or do that thing I thought I never could do. Because I see the boy on the bike out there. He falls down, but he gets back up. That could be me. And then there's the fortune cookie that says, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? If I fly, thank you. I hear clapping. Perhaps I'm delusional. Maybe not. Hang on a second. This light was coming down. It's live streaming. It's live TV. I got to give a shout out to my brother Roger. He loves that song too. And he's a pilot. Pilots tend to like that song as well. And speaking of Roger, he and his wife Uchi and the kids, Raja and Serena, are visiting here from Jakarta, Indonesia. And I'd like to say an early happy birthday to Serena Alma and Raja Allen, the twins. They will be 8 on Saturday. 8. Don't you love 8? Happy birthday, guys. Now, in a perfect non-COVID world, I would have a guitar tech or a helper tuning, helping me tune, but that's not going to happen right now. So you may have to endure a little extra tuning and instrument changing that I am doing. So apologies for that. But in addition to knowing me as a songwriter, as Terry Lynn said, I was part of the duo Kennedy Rose, and you may know us, from the time that we spent as a duo. But you may just know our well-known songs, most of which I wrote with Mary Ann Kennedy and Pat Bunch. And when we write songs, they tend to have a life of their own, and we get to follow them around. And this one we followed to the Grammys, elevators, and my mom's favorite place, the grocery store. So you've heard Restless Heart's version of this. Here's mine. Changing my life with your love. It's been so easy for you, and I'm amazed every day, and I'll need you until the mountains are valleys and every ocean is dry. My love, I'll be yours until the sun doesn't shine, till time stands still, until the winds don't blow. When today is just a memory to me, I know I'll still be loving, I'll still be loving you. I'll still be loving you. Never before did I know how loving someone could be. Now I can see you and me for a lifetime, until the last moon is rising. You'll see the love in my eyes, my love. I'll be yours until the sun doesn't shine, till time stands still, until the winds don't blow. When today is just a memory to me, I know I'll still be loving, I'll still be loving you. I'll still be loving you. I'll still be loving you. I will still. I'll still be loving, I'll still be loving you. I'll still be loving, I'll still be loving you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I hear all that applause. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. They'll figure that out sometime, hopefully before the pandemic is over. At the beginning of the year, I finished a CD. It's a project called Sacred Song. I don't use sacred in the religious sense, but more to convey just things, concepts that are bigger than me. And I did a compilation of songs that inspire me and that are of that ilk. And the CD was supposed to be released in conjunction with a film that I'm a part of called Invisible. Some of you on the cruises have seen the movie, or at least the trailer. And but you know, with COVID, the film went on hold, and my CD went on hold. And when I thought that we were at the worst of the pandemic, I made a video and chose the first track of Sacred Song as the musical track, and did a video about what we were going through as human beings on a planet, and to honor the frontline workers and those who'd perished. I have a link to it on my video, and Terry Lynn is going to play it at the end of my set. So please check it out. This is another, oops, I hate that sound. Oh, guitar tech to the rescue, please. All right, let's see if this works. Yeah. Thank you, Chuck Jones and Chuck Cannon, for this. I wanna know what's gonna happen. Where do we go for the everlasting? I wanna feel a deeper passion. I wanna know the everlasting. I want a love that will take me from this life on into the next one. I want a heart that can handle a sacred, eternal connection. I want to feel in my soul that right here in this moment, forever is ours for the asking. I want to know the everlasting. I wanna lie down in fields of forgiving. I wanna die and wake up to find I've just begun living. I want to open my heart to a love that holds on without grasping. I wanna know the everlasting. I want a love that will take me from this life on into the next one. I want a heart that can handle a sacred, eternal connection. I want to feel in my soul that right here in this moment, forever is ours for the asking. I want to know everlasting, the everlasting. Ooh. I wanna know. I wanna know the everlasting. You know, as Terry Lynn said, I went on my first Olivia cruise in January, and I told Judy and Terry Lynn, I go, I just kind of want to do this like forever. Can I just like sail and go cruising? There's so many places to see. So it's just such an amazing experience, and I hope that I'll see you again, those of you who were on the ship with me, and those of you who are in the audience today. I hope I see you on another cruise when we start doing that again, and which is soon, I hope. And for that time, January was a reflective time for me, and I thought it was only appropriate to bring out another Terry and Kathy song called Blue Paper Boat. That's weird. Wow. I don't know how that happened. Wasn't that cool? Ooh. Let's try this. Yeah. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't be doing this, 'cause baby, I'm doing this. I'm shutting you out, I'm breaking this down. We're stuck in this place, and all we do is go round and round and round. I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired of the same old fight. I know, making up isn't gonna make things right. It's breaking my heart, this is so hard. Oh, am I strong enough to let this go? Give me one good reason I should pick up that phone, 'cause I ain't picking up that phone. This thing I'm going through, it's not about you. It's just that life is short, and this is something I have got to do. I'm finding forgotten dreams. Right now, I'm healing old wounds and sewing up seams. After all of this time and all of these tears, I'm finally strong enough to let this go. like a blue paper boat out on the sea, carrying everything I know. I give it all to the great mystery. I sit on the sand and watch it go. I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. Ooh. Right now, right now, now. Thank you. Thanks, Terry and Kathy. Well, and thank you, Big Mama. We have instrument families, those of us who play, and I have quite a few of my family here tonight in many ways. While I'm tuning, I will have a chance to thank some people. And Judy, I am still working on your last name properly, Dulagach, Judy Dulagach, and Chris Williamson, who started Olivia Records decades ago, and we stand on the shoulders of giants, truly. And to Terry Lynn Delk of Olivia, who makes everything easy and elegant for all of us musicians and performers. Much, much, much appreciated. Very grateful for you all. Streaming live is new to me. And without Glenn Rothell, I would be dark, pixelated, or not even here. And he's just knocked it out of the park and helped me a lot. So, Glenn, thank you. And also behind the scenes is my dear friend and mentor, Kim Person. She is an extraordinary engineer and producer. You can hear her work on all of my projects and on 12 years of projects, engineering and producing for the Australian guitarist master Tommy Emmanuel. And she's been in and out of the Olivia world and a fan for years, and I hope she gets to join on some of these other events. Let's see, I think that's in tune. Where is my guitar tech when I need her most? Okay, so Sacred Song is not released to the public yet, but we're doing something special tonight, and we have a package. It's called the Olivia Bundle. If you visit my website, you'll see it there. And the Olivia Bundle is it's a signed copy of Sacred Song, and something pretty special. It's the double CD, the Kennedy Rose double CD of it's a retrospective, and the Kennedy Rose double CD includes our our CD Haiku and our CD Walk the Line. Haiku features Love Like This, and Walk the Line features the Kennedy Rose version of Walls. You can only get the Kennedy Rose music here. Well, Marianne has it, and Marianne and I are the only ones that have it. You can't get it on iTunes. If you think you can, some people try to do that illegally, not mentioning any names, Buddy Resnick. But if you want the real Kennedy Rose CDs, we have them. So check out pamrosemusic.com, and you'll see that, and just click away. We have a new store, so be patient. If anything doesn't work, let us know. I want to say a little bit about the tip jar, too, because we really appreciate the concept, because we may not be touring completely until summer of 21. And so your patronage is much appreciated. And when you give, just bear in mind that I will be donating some of my proceeds to the Navajo Nation. They are really struggling right now, and they have the highest incidence of COVID in the country. It's really bad. In an area the size of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts combined, 40% do not have electricity. They don't have access to internet, 40%. And another 40% don't have electricity. And 1/3 of the first citizens, of the 178,000 first citizens, that's 58,000 people do not have running water. So imagine going through a pandemic in those circumstances. So they could really use our help. And if anyone is interested and wants to know more, please reach out to me, and I'll send you some information. I wrote this with Gerald O'Brien and Kat Gravitt, and I want to send it out to Gary Keller. Gary, thank you for believing in this song. Gary wrote a bestseller called The One Thing, and he chose this next song to begin the audio version of The One Thing. And so, thanks, Gary. Certain road, it was my choice. I want to know if I had something to say. I raised my voice. I don't want to wake up a little too late and say I could have done this or I should have done that. When I close my eyes at night, I want to know I'm doing the best I can. When I'm sitting there in my rocking chair, looking at my life, I hope to God I would have done something good with my life. At the end of the day, I can only pray that I can look back and say I lived my life, my life. Don't want to take my father's path, I've got to make my own. Don't want my epitaph to read, I wish they could have known me. I don't want that carved in stone. I want to leave this place with a smile on my face, knowing didn't just stay in my heart. And whatever heaven gave me, I wanna know I gave it all back. When I'm sitting there in my rocking chair, looking at my life, I hope to God I would have done something good with my life. At the end of the day, I can only pray that I can look back and say I lived my life. Oh, my life. I wanna be an open book, say I gave more than I took. I wanna leave this place with a smile on my face. My life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thanks to Mary Ann and Randy Sharp for this one. Some walls are made of stone, and sometimes we build our own. Some walls stand for years, and some wash away with tears. Some walls are lined with gold, where some hearts stay safe and cold. Some walls are made of doubt, holding in and keeping out. Some walls, if there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. Some walls are built on pride, and some keep the child inside. Some walls are made in fear that love let go will disappear. Some walls, if there's any hope for love at all, some walls must fall. How will we ever know what might be found until we let the walls come tumbling Thank you. I hear all that clapping. They're going to figure that out sometime, won't they? In closing, I'd like to introduce you to the newest member of my instrumental family. She is a harp ukulele made by Emerald Guitars in Ireland. Look at her. Oh, isn't she beautiful? Check it out. It's got more strings than I'm used to, and I don't know how to play it yet, but it's super awesome. She made her entrance into this world in March of this year, and she was packed up and dispatched to me here in the States, and then COVID happened, and she got stuck in London for about 2 months, and there were times when myself and the folks at Emerald wondered if she'd finish the journey. When she finally made it here, she was in great shape and in tune. They make amazing instruments. So because of her travels, I decided to name her Heathrow. When we players get a new instrument, we listen. And sometimes we muse about what songs or stories might be contained within them. Her completion date was March 16th, 2020, the day before St. Patrick's Day. And if she could bear witness to what happened in her short lifetime so far, it would be remarkable. One of the first things would be an entire planet shut down. And over those first couple of months, 178,000 souls worldwide perished. That number now is right near 1 million. 212,000 of those are in the United States. And that's a hard number to comprehend, and I did the math. If I started reading in honor those names right now and took 3 seconds per name and took no breaks, no sleeping, no lunch, no dinner, no kind of break, I would still be saying their names 8 days from now. By the time Heathrow arrived at my house, millions of us had already lost our jobs, our livelihoods, and our freedom to move around. So much has happened since March. The worst public health crisis in a century, a staggering economy, the onslaught of black men being murdered, millions of people out in the streets saying, enough. I'm a writer, so I'm accustomed to and enjoy significant amounts of solitude, and that affords me time to ponder things. And I've been watching as this year has unfolded, and it's challenged me personally in ways I never could have imagined, just to stay sane, balanced, healthy, and hopeful through it all. One of the first things I wondered when I knew I was going to be here with you tonight was whether I was going to speak at all about what's going on in the world and my feelings and experience about it, or whether to just sing for you. And it weighed heavy on my heart for days, and I was inspired to turn to the writings of someone who has shaped my way of thinking since I was young, Dr. Martin Luther King. The first thing I came upon was this quote on silence. Bear in mind that these were written in the 1960s. History will have to record that the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition was not the strident clamor of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. And this one. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward despite obstacles. Cowardice is submissive surrender to circumstances. Courage breeds creativity. Cowardice represses fear and is mastered by it. Cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it political? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? But conscience asks the question, is it right? And there comes a time when we must take a position that is neither safe, nor political, nor popular, but one must take it because it is right. There's so much going on in this crazy world right now that I don't like and that angers me, and the insanity and the instability of this time alarms me. And sometimes I'm just outraged to see our very way of life hanging in the balance, and it upsets me to my core. But in my quiet hours, I realize that when I'm at my best, I don't want to be against things, because in sports speak, that relegates me to solely playing defense. So in this continuing conversation, I found myself asking, what could I possibly be for in this situation? Was there a way I could reframe this and be just as engaged and just as galvanized, yet be for something that could cause true change? That led me back to Dr. King's work, and I found this. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And this, power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power, at its best, is love implementing the demands of justice. And justice, at its best, is power correcting everything that stands against love. And there it was, the thing I could be for. Justice. Justice for George Floyd, Rayshard Brooks, Ahmaud Arbery, Jacob Blake, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor. Volume upon volume of black men and women are being beaten, murdered, and abused by rogue white men and policemen. Black Lives Matter. Social justice. The economy is crumbling with 20 million people unemployed, and the very relief package that helps so many has expired and shows no signs of being renewed. People are being evicted from their homes, forced to go to food banks, and many are being driven into homelessness. Income inequality is worse than we could ever have imagined, and many of us have no idea when we can work again and earn money. Economic justice. Fires in the West have devastated entire towns and turned into ash an area the size of Connecticut. Hurricanes that go from Category 1 to Category 4 in 24 hours and wreak havoc on already challenged communities. Microscopic pieces of plastic found in almost every sea creature and every ocean in the depths. Alternative power sources are being discredited and disincentivized. Climate justice. The right to health care. A plan to deal with COVID so that we can send our children back to school safely and so that we can return to work safely and we can have our end-of-life rituals back and people don't have to die alone and we can visit our elders in person. And the right not to wear a mask because COVID has been contained, not because I just don't want to. Public health justice. Freeing children from cages. Decency, kindness, respect, civility, truth, transparency, and in the words of Abraham Lincoln, the better angels of our nature. We just lost an icon in Ruth Bader Ginsburg. More than any other justice in Supreme Court history, she fought fiercely for gender equality, for marriage equality. And not only did she love the Constitution, but she was an ardent defender of the balance and separation of powers and the rule of law. And I love that in her office, she had a piece of art with these words in Hebrew: Zadek, Zadek, Tirdov. Justice, justice shall you pursue. Some would say that this is an emergency break glass moment. Others would say, yeah, but there's nothing I can do about it because I don't have one of those little hammers. But we do. Each and all of us have and hold, as Americans in democracy, the nuclear option. We can vote. And we can turn out in record-breaking, extraordinary, unprecedented numbers so that the results are irrefutable. If you haven't registered to vote or you don't know how, there's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm going to give you 3 ways right here. You can go to iwillvote.com, or if you want some humor, thank you, Stephen Colbert, you can go to betterknowaballot.com, or you can text VOTE to 30330. It's really easy. You just put in your zip code. It tells you everything you need to know, whether you're registered, how to register, deadlines, dates, hours of polling locations, where they are. It's really easy. And I encourage you to share this information and to inspire others to vote. And if anybody's on the fence and just thinks their vote doesn't matter, please tell them that it does. It really, really does. I urge you to make a plan to take a friend, take a chair, take a cooler, take lunch, take dinner, and go together. This year, I'm voting like my life, democracy, and my way of life depends on it, because I believe that to be true. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. In the east and west, in the north and south, rise up, rise up. Thank you. Terry Lynn's going to play Ave Maria now. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia gratia plena, Ave, Ave Dominus, Dominus tecum. Benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus, et benedictus fructus ventris, ventris tui, Jesus. Ave Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis fructus ventris,
All right. Thank you so much, viewers, for joining us. Thank you so much, Pam Rose, for sharing your art, your heart, your music, just for blessing us so much.
Thank you,
Um,
Terry Lynn. Thank you,
you are
everybody.
so welcome. Did you have anything else to share with the viewers?
I'm just so grateful for everybody to be here, and I was looking for comments, but I couldn't see any. They're small, and hopefully there'll be comments on Facebook that I can still respond to.
Yes, yes, they will stay there. And viewers, you can share this link with your friends because the video will stay on Facebook. And wow, what a beautiful offering. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Pam Rose. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
being
Terry Lynn.
here. You're
Thank you.
welcome. So, viewers, on Saturday, we are having a special At Home with Olivia trivia. There's going to be two rounds. There's going to be a round all about the 80s and then the round all about lesbians. So that's going to be hosted by our DJ Christy James. So I hope you can join us Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific. And then on next Thursday, At Home with Olivia will feature Nashville's own Jess Leary. So please come out and join us. I hope you have an amazing evening. Good night.